Hello, and welcome to Writer Rant, authorly advice in 5 minutes or less because I have to get back to writing and so do you. So today I'd like to talk about something that has kind of irked me a little bit about the self-published authors. And honestly, I think these errors really give us a bad name. There's a certain amount of professionalism that obviously goes into works that are gone through an agent, that eventually go through a publisher, but how many of those things are people even just paying editors for, paying formatters for, to get done for them when it's really not that hard to do? And these things I'm talking about are formatting errors. There's a lot of books out there and a lot of authors, and only some of them really take the time and the effort to put in to make the formatting look really good. I mean, if you open up any book on your shelf, I've got plenty behind me here, and you get a book that has been professionally done, what are some of the things you notice? Because when those things are not in a book that is self-published, they really start to stand out. Especially if you do a lot of reading like I do, you really start to notice, okay, hey, just a little bit here and a little bit there, and hey, you might have a more professional looking product. So the first thing that kind of bugs me is page numbers. Now I understand, yeah, it's easy to put them down in the center. If you put them on either side, kind of in the corners of the pages, it really looks nice. That way people can just flip through and, oh, hey, I'm on this page, instead of kind of searching around for it. That way you kind of show, hey, I've got at least a little bit of cognizance of what side of the page I'm writing on when you have your document that you're working with. So that's one thing. The biggest thing I think that kind of bugs me is when authors don't use justify align. Now granted, this does take a little bit more work. It does take some hyphenations for some longer words to get the spacing right. But when you look at it, you got nice clean edges on the left side. And if you just leave it at the default as a left align, then you're going to have these kind of jagged edges. Now on the left page, that doesn't look too bad. But on the right page, you got all these jagged edges there when it should be nice and straight. So essentially you got straight edges, just columns of text on either page, and it looks a lot cleaner, looks a lot nicer. And yeah, it does take a little bit of work, especially if you have some bigger spaces in there, because it justifies the alignment between the different words to get different spacings. But on the all in all, it definitely looks a lot cleaner. But then that doesn't really fix anything if your font is weird. I've seen some standard fonts. I've seen some books that have been in Times New Roman, and even some weirder fonts. Obviously, you want it to be a readable font. You're not going to put something in there that's just crazy. But the font I usually use is Garamond. It's nice, it's tight. You look through any book on your bookshelf, and that's probably the font they're going to be using. So anyways, that's kind of my rant about formatting, something near and dear to my heart. If you can get those things right, your product's definitely going to be a lot more professional looking. And I mean, heck, even margins. I mean, here's this book here. It's got huge margins. And I want to say it's probably a proof copy that I happened to get. And hopefully they fixed that. But, it's those little errors that make it, okay, hey, I'm not going to take this book seriously. And as burgeoning authors that you are, I'm sure you want to be taken seriously just like I do. This has been Writer Rant, and I'm Benjamin M. Weilert. Thank you.